Welcome, collectors. Thank you so much for tuning into this installment of Diecast Emporium. In today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at a KAIDIEI, which I believe is the correct pronunciation, diecast model. I purchased this from Menards.com. The listed scale is 187, which is just about right. So this model from Menards.com actually did not come with the second attachment, right here, the orange peel grapple. So I had to contact customer service, and to their credit, I asked just for a replacement orange grapple. They actually sent me a whole new model, which works out well for the review because it doesn't come standard with the cat graphics on it. It actually comes with the KAIDIEI or KAIDIEI, however you pronounce the name. But you can clearly see that somehow they got around the licensing and trademark agreements and trade dress with Caterpillar. Clearly you can make out 345 MH for 345 material handler, and obviously that is the cat black and yellow. But that's how it comes. That's where the orange peel grapple should be. And obviously it comes with a magnet attachment and this little insert showing what appears to be a Liebherr material handler. So that's how it comes in the package. Again, nothing too extravagant there whatsoever. Alright, so let's go onwards with the review. By the way, the outer packaging is just a plain brown box. There's no way to tell what's inside of it other than just right here, the Menards SKU number, HO scale material handler. So there's that if you want to look it up on Menards.com. Okay, onwards with the review. So the obvious thing that I did, the first thing that I did was make decals for this model so that it actually is a proper Cat 345 material handler. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, and obviously as you can see in the close-up it stands out a little bit that it has been edited, particularly along the sides here. But again, when it's on a layout or a little bit farther away and not being showcased, you really can't tell, hardly at all. As far as the functions, the tracks don't roll hardly at all. Underneath, you can see Made in China. It does rotate 360 degrees. And the one thing I really would have loved to have seen with this, even though it is, rather an inexpensive model from China, is the elevated cab that you would often see in a scrap yard or a rehandling yard. I'm not sure why they chose just a regular cab. But another interesting thing is, I wonder how much of this is a straight rip or a straight casting takeoff of the Norscot 345 and 1:50 scale. Because honestly, a lot of these components look like it's that mold just shrunken down quite considerably. Again, I'm not sure how they got around with doing that, but there you have it. For some of the small, subtle details, you do have some hydraulic lines that have been molded in. And again, you can touch these up in black or silver if you want for a little bit more added realism. And there is a guard, or running guard here, which again is not particularly realistic on this casting. You can take that off and put the more appropriate stuff on. And then as for the movement, you can actually reach out pretty far, and the cylinders are strong enough where you can actually lift up a metal 187 scale car. However, the issue that you run into with HO scale cars, for the most part, is many of them are plastic, which is the issue I'm running into. So, as a stand-in for an HO scale car, we're going to use a very simplistic stand-in paperclip, and show you that the magnet is a real magnet. There you go. So if you have a bunch of junked up pieces of metal or crushed up pieces of metal or whatever, you can actually attach it to the magnet in your scrapyard on your train layout. So for the orange peel grapple, this is as far as the claws extend out, and they fold in to there. So you could theoretically lift up, again, a crushed car or something like that, and it would fit in here without an issue. The attachments fit over two knobs here on the end of the stick which is functional and not realistic, but it works. You do have to be careful, though, because this is plastic, and it will wear out over time. But there you go, collectors. If you are looking for something to stick in your scrapyard or your junkyard on an HO scale layout, and you're looking for something die-cast instead of KAIDIEI plastic, this could be a good option for you. Or if you're looking for a cat material handler, again, as you can see, it's relatively easy to make the decals and make this China model stand out and look a little bit more realistic. As always, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any further questions or suggestions, as always, please leave them down in the comment section below. Until next time, take care and be safe. I'll see you in the next review.